Hey everybody, Taco Tuesday will begin here in just a minute, but first, a special message from the Nacho Man Randy Savage. Hey everybody, this is the Nacho Man Randy Savage, yeah. And I just want to say to everybody out there, this is the Taco Tuesday broadcast with your host, Hebrew77, yeah. And not only that, but we got Keith's dad coming in as well, along with Sagittariusly Speaking. Well, Sagittariusly Speaking ain't here right now, yeah. But he'll be here pretty soon. And I hope it's going to be sooner than later because the Nacho Man really misses that dude. So, with no further ado, let's kick off Taco Tuesday. Ooh, yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to Taco Tuesday. I'm your host with the most that likes dipping his tachitos and tatito sauce or whatever the heck it is. Hebrew77 here, along with good old Keith's dad, the man dressed in plaid, and he ain't bad, but don't make him mad or he'll make you sad. Keith's dad, everybody.
Hello. How's everyone? Man, I love that opening.
Oh man. I gotta tell you, I gotta squeeze it in there somewhere. So Keith's dad.
That's me.
How you been? How was your Monday? Hey, why did you switch back to Keith's dad?
I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
fixed it.
Okay. Well, we'll get back to that here in just a oh my gosh. Look at him.
more,
Yeah, he's
more,
fully plaid today, man.
more plaid is better than less plaid.
Mhm. He's the dad wrapped in plaid. Like a burrito, get it? A plaid burrito. I don't know if I would want to eat that or not, unless it was just like the outside wrapper or something.
I mean, I won't knock it until I try it.
Oh, they could probably do that. They could probably do that with like what do you call that brand of nachos? Oh, Doritos. They could probably do that with some kind of Doritos, and then like the black would be
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you get like a fiery hot and a black at the same time. Just got to find a
yeah,
way to plaid it.
yep.
Yum. Now I want some Doritos.
Could you imagine plaid tacos?
Yeah. Oh, like a one of those Dorito tacos in the plaid now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd
It's
be
always
cool.
better with plaid. It doesn't matter what it is.
That should be their logo. It's always better with plaid.
That's I think I got that trademarked.
There you go.
I got that trademarked with the Keats Dad show. It's all better with plaid.
You ever been staring at your screen too long and like you look at an avatar that shouldn't be moving, and then like it could be the end of the night, or maybe you've had too much chili spaghetti or something, and then you're looking at the screen, and then all of a sudden you see an eye twitch or like a mouth move when it shouldn't be moving. Like when the guy's talking. I don't mean just random movement. Like you see, like sometimes I'll look at my screen when I'm watching our videos on playback, and I'll watch like it looks like He-Man winked at me or something.
I don't know. No, I can't say that I have. I can say that I know we're gonna talk about it and watch it a little later on. But the new Hebrew and Saji show, you look a little animated. in this one. In fact, at one point, I thought your torso was cut in half.
Well, could be, man. Maybe I was unsheathing my sword and just slipped or something. I don't know.
And you were relaxing on a couch, I saw. I mean,
Yeah.
I know these might be spoilers, but
Well, it looks like Go-Kart Bob already saw it or he was watching it. Maybe he didn't see the whole thing. I don't know. But we are going to play that later on tonight.
good.
Toward the end of the broadcast.
Toward the end. Good. I'm looking forward to that. Because I get ooh. That sounds like a Walmart brand Mountain Dew.
Wow. How did you know? Man, you got some good psychic powers there, my friend.
And you talked about it pre-show. So me and Go-Kart Bob pretty much stopped at the same point, it looks like.
7 minutes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's about right.
So you guys are gonna get the we'll watch the whole thing. Now the first 7 minutes of it, now we could talk. We could talk through that, you know. Well, screw the rest.
I'll be honest. I mean, it's hard for me to watch something and not talk through it. I mean, this is where I've come. This is how far we've gone.
Well, you're used to doing those movies, see? So
it just comes naturally.
We should talk through it because it's on there for anybody to just watch. I mean, anybody can do that.
Right.
To watch us talking about it, oh man, that's a whole nother level of watching there. That kind of to me, it kind of adds to it. It's like the special commentary edition on the DVD.
You know what I've been watching recently is there's this thing on Amazon Prime. They have different channels that you can subscribe to. And I subscribe to one called the Great Courses, which is basically their college courses, just a bunch of lectures. Like you'll have one thing that has like 40 lectures, each are about an hour long, and you can learn it pretty much anything you want. And what I've been learning about is philosophy in terms of science fiction movies. So it talks about one example was The Matrix. It talks about The Matrix, and in the second Matrix and the third Matrix, it talked about free will, and they talked about different things like, do we actually have free will? If we have prophecy, if God knows everything that we're going to do, well, then it's already been predetermined. So technically we wouldn't have free will. And so it was a very interesting conversation if you understand where that's going. And then there was another one that was Star Trek oriented. And it was, oh my goodness, what was it about Star Trek that was really interesting?
Oh, yeah, I don't mean to cut you off or anything, but I think that's one of the topics we're going to be covering is Star Trek and how religion is in Star Trek.
Yeah, it was Prime Directive. It was their Prime Directive, the philosophy of the Prime Directive on whether or not that was a good thing to do or possibly not a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Plaid. I think is plaid. I always thought plaid was spelled Plaid. Plaid. No, that's plaid.
I'm Plaid the Impaler.
Yeah. Speaking of plaid and people who are in here, bone breaking. Okay, we got bone breaking action. We got Fellow Fire. We got Go-Kart Bob screeching in that number one. We got Michael Fontaine. I paused there for a second. Michael Fontaine. Oh, heck. You missed it again.
Oh, I missed it again. All right. No, wait. Set it up again. Set it up again. I was responding to the Philo Fire there for a second.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
But Miguel Fontaine.
Miguel Fontaine, que?
Yeah. Apparently he's stuck at BK while waiting for the bus.
Oh, that's right, he was.
So he'll be with us in a very short few minutes, hopefully.
You know why? It's Tuesday. You shouldn't be at BK. You should be at TB.
Yeah. Yeah, or yeah.
What up, Taco John's, right? Or is
Right.
that what? There's only
thing
Taco
is-
Bell.
The thing is, Taco John's doesn't exist in some parts of the country, so
No, it doesn't exist here. I just know it exists. That's it. I've just heard of it. Isn't that what? It's West Coast, isn't it? Taco John's.
huh? Sorry. I mean, excuse me. You know, when I burped at home, my daughter, when she was little, or when she was very little, she would say, um, excuse you when I would burp. I go, no, 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 wait a minute. First of all, you didn't give me time to even say excuse me, and the term is excuse me, and people have to say it on their own. And I said, if they don't say it, then yeah, I guess you can kind of count them out for being rude. But most of the time, you just kind of let it go because people will be like pissed off.
Yeah.
Excuse you, excuse me, excuse you. You know.
Yeah. Oh, ready? Ready? Here's what I'm drinking. Can you hear this? No. That's
Oh,
because I've switched over to water because I have to lose a little weight.
ah, I thought you had Mountain Dew Zero.
Nope.
Oh,
Mountain Dew Zero.
Mountain Dew Zero. Yeah, yeah. Isn't there a Mountain Dew Zero or something like that? Or
I would never. Why? Why would that exist? That should never exist.
it does.
Mountain Dew is not supposed to be healthy for you. It's supposed to be incredibly bad for you.
No, it's like, well, that's what I'm drinking. It's not Mountain Dew, like you said. It's the Walmart brand Diet Mountain Lightning.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like a 0-calorie taco?
Oh man, that'd be amazing.
Like,
And
no,
I mean,
it shouldn't. Those things shouldn't exist.
yeah,
There are some things that are made to be fattening, and if you make them zero, they're not going to taste good, and there's no point to it.
I'm sure it would be all like synthesized. What do you call it? Like it wouldn't be like real food. Like it would be no real meat in there or anything like that. You know.
Yeah, let me get Bill Gates on the phone. I'm sure
Yes,
he could figure it out.
right up his alley. Actually, if you had probably like a taco that was made with vegetables, like the wrap, I mean, you know how they have like spinach burritos.
Yeah.
That would be it probably would be 0 calories, but it would be light.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gotta
Actually,
have real cheese. You know, I don't know if I could do without the real cheese. I'm not a big fan of fat-free cheese.
oh no, I can't. Some things don't taste as good. Like,
And tofu beef in your taco,
yep, that's what it would be.
that's what it would be.
Yeah. Either that or turkey, ground turkey.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me again.
I'm
Please.
I'm completely with you, Filify. I steer clear of things labeled low fat, low cal, or even things that say natural. It's funny because
No.
have you ever seen the movie Supersize Me 2?
I've seen the first one. I saw part of that one that you're talking about where it's basically about chickens.
Yeah, he opens up a chicken restaurant, but he has to like make his own chickens to do it. And the funny thing was about the chickens when he was going with trying to label them on what kind they were. He looked up what was it? Free range.
Yeah.
And the only thing that he needed to do to be able to classify them as free range was to open the door and let them walk out a foot from the container.
Yep.
And if they could walk out a foot from the container, they are technically considered free range chickens. And they
Yep.
totally weren't.
Yeah, that was crazy. And they didn't even want to leave either. Like they had to be
No.
forced.
Yeah, he had to push them out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's kind of sad the way you see all them chickens like all squished together in that
Yep.
one area where he couldn't even walk through there without fear of like stepping on any of them.
Yeah, and a lot of times, yeah, you talked about how sometimes you would step on them, like that. It was natural even for someone to like die every day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was those documentaries are crazy because like the thing is it's an indulgence thing. It's not a thing where people talking about the first one, Super Size Me. It's sort of like
Yeah,
McDonald's should be an indulgence thing, something you maybe have once a month at best. Like you shouldn't really. I don't think anybody really eats there like every day for every meal,
right.
like he did. you know,
Yeah,
I mean, naturally, if you eat at a fast food place every day for every meal, you're going to get fat. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Well, that's what it is, and you should get fat if you eat it. They shouldn't change the menu so it's grosser and more healthier for you. You should just not,
yeah.
you're free. You should be able to take care of yourself and make better decisions sometimes.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
say that, and I'm not in the best health myself.
No, me neither. Yeah. My bad thing is like carbs. Like I love my pastas, I love my rices, I love my burgers and stuff. I'll say that, but it's things that I make at home. If I go to a fast food place, I might get something to drink, like a large unsweetened tea with lemon or something like that, or maybe occasionally like some fries. Like a great big large order of fries. But that's not every day, man. That's like everything else. You got to take it out of moderation.
Yeah, yeah. And just to be clear, I'm not fat. I mean, you guys see my live stream.
Right.
I'm in the worst shape than I have ever been at this point in time, and I don't like it. that's where I'm at. So I switched over to just some water for a little bit, started walking, playing Pokemon Go. So I go out for walks a lot more now.
Cool.
Gotta go catch those Pokemon.
Yeah. Just don't fall down a manhole while you're doing it. There's a Pokemon right there. Whoa!
I have walked. So I live next to the Lake Erie. I live right next to Lake Erie, and
Really?
so I walk out onto the piers in Lake Erie because there are Pokemon out on the piers.
Oh boy.
So
Be careful, man. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Oh, very careful.
Yeah.
But it
So,
does gets me going.
that's good. I mean, well, any way that you can get going and get some exercise done and stuff like that. My problem is like I like to work out, I like to lift weights, but I haven't done it in several months. Like I stopped sometime way back in June or July, and it gets boring. I mean, that's the thing. It gets boring, but yet you have to make it a routine. You have to do it almost every day. Otherwise, if you don't do it almost every day, then the next day you go, I could skip it for today. And then you do that again the next, I could skip it this day. Or, okay, I'll work out today. And then you work out that day and then you skip it for 3 days. And then it gets to the point where you're working on your a week, and then it's 2 weeks. And then, this is the way it is if you don't make it routine. However, you're catching on. However, you can switch it up. Like, I mean, like I like to lift weights, like I say, but what if I lift weights, like do upper bodies one day, but then decide, well, I'm not gonna do curls at this juncture of my workout, but I'm gonna do bench press maneuvers instead. Or what if instead of doing this, I'm gonna do that one? That's how I switch it up a little bit. Or maybe do leg squats or something like that. Hey, there's Suso. I'll be goddamn. Hey,
Oh,
Suso. Wow. John Madden died?
did
Oh
he
man,
really?
I
That would
didn't
be
know that.
terrible.
Oh man.
Again.
Yeah, again he says. I know he retired years ago. Like he no longer does the games anymore. I didn't
Like
know.
that today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, I was looking forward to the special coming up. They were going to talk about John Madden. There was a commercial, and I forget what it was, but he was supposed to be on a special episode. I think it was for some kind of January event coming up for football, something.
January, the Super Bowl? Are you talking about the Super Bowl?
No, the Super Bowl happens in February, I think.
It's like usually like end of January, beginning of February, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, maybe it was the Super Bowl. Yeah, could have been, could have very well been. But geez, Louise, I didn't know he died. Man, that's disappointing because you could do like he was one that was very easy to do his voice, like, oh, that guy came up looking through his ear hole. It's like, yeah, he was the best, man. He was the best, one of the best.
Oh, what? Michael Fontaine, you live right next to Lake Erie too? I'm in Ohio, so I'll throw a football. We'll see if we can go over the lake. Can't be that big, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, speaking of fat people and losing weight and gaining weight and blah blah blah,
hmm
you know,
Snooki.
huh?
You wanted to talk about Snooki, obviously.
Well, no. I mean,
Good, because I don't want to talk about her either. All right.
no.
Continue as
I
you were.
wouldn't talk about her if Mo Howard himself came back from the grave and started talking about how shitty the Three Stooges movie was. But no, hey, something I always wondered about, and I always sort of had this answer to the question, but not officially, is like, why do we gain weight in winter? It seems like we always seem to gain weight in winter. And one of the obvious answers is we're not as active, we're not out there mowing our lawns or pulling our weed eaters around or, doing outdoor activities and such. But if you don't usually do that stuff anyway, let's say you live in the city, like in the concrete village or something, and you don't have to mow your lawn, you don't have to pull that weed eater cord, you don't have to rake leaves or do this and that, blah blah blah. You don't put out a garden or you don't do that. You just work at a job somewhere, day to day life, and blah blah blah. But you still get fat during the winter. Well, there is some logic behind that, and
There is.
there is, apparently. I don't know. But before I get
I'll
this,
hold my judgment at the moment.
hold it for just a moment. But here's my theory before I even got into the article was
Yeah.
that we are evolutionary creatures of habit. And a long, long time ago, like when we were cavemen, killing our own food and whatnot, we didn't have heat in our homes. I mean, we built fires and wore fur coats and stuff like that. But I mean, like, there was no real way of surviving when it got super cold outside. And I do realize that in the beginning, a lot of cavemen and people of that sort lived in warm climate environments. But just before the ice age and even during the ice age, we all lived in cold climates. So I always thought maybe our way of surviving those cold, harsh winters was to hibernate, much like the bears and possums and squirrels and other animals of a warm-blooded nature do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you?
Well, squirrels don't hibernate. They just hide their seeds for the winter.
Yeah, but don't they like they hide their shit and then like they go inside of a tree and sleep?
No, it's winter time. There's squirrels all over the place. Big old fat squirrels outside.
Hmm.
But that's because they got hazelnut trees everywhere where I am. So
But wait a minute.
squirrels get wicked fat.
You say that, but wait a minute. What about that episode of SpongeBob when Sandy went up in her tree and slept for the winter?
Alexa, do squirrels hibernate?
Like some other warm-blooded animals, squirrels can hibernate and fall into a sleep-like state to consume much less energy. During hibernation, they actively lower their body temperature, slow their breathing and other vital functions. Body fat is used to keep them alive.
I was today years old when I learned that. That is interesting.
I'm not sure how to help you with
that. I swear, I got squirrels all over the place outside, and it's winter time. But no, wow, I did not know squirrels hibernated.
Yeah, and isn't it sad that I learned that by watching SpongeBob?
That's when you said that, I was like, man, was it? Yeah, I think it was on SpongeBob. Wait, let me ask. SpongeBob doing us right.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, who knew? Kids can learn something from SpongeBob. Who said they couldn't? Adults too, apparently. But no, Mr. Oily Greg says this is funny. I'm going to read this. I think Saji is doing a live stream with Bigfoot. Yeah, it's maybe he's hibernating. You know?
What do you mean? You got it. Take a minute.
Not sad at all, but any means necessary. Yeah, I mean, you can learn from just about anything, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Topper.
Oh, boy. Taco induced. Oh.
Taco Topper. I only remember that because vampires go into Topper. I always played like games where a vampire would go into Topper instead of dying. They go into Topper.
Mm-hmm.
But I barely know what that word means. Well, I do now. It means exactly what it says it means. Instead of dying, you kind of go into a mild hibernation. There you go.
But I'm going to read an article now, or I might have you read it since my reading ain't too good.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Let me bring it up. I think it's a short article.
How do you want me to read it?
Hold on. Hold on. 1 second.
Did you miss that joke? I was Plaid. I mentioned the Plaid the Impaler earlier because they misspelled Plaid as PLAD, which is like how you spell Vlad. Anyway, yeah, news article. I'll read it.
No, go ahead.
I'll read it like it's the best thing I've ever read. I want to suck your Mountain Dew.
Let's see.
Oh, good golly.
I can't believe I sent that Masters of the Universe Origins One Raider toy review. I was like, this is what we'll be talking about. Yeah, this right here. I'm plugging my other channel. Oh, boy. So, all right. Here's the deal with weight and why we gain weight during the winter, apparently. Oh, I guess it would help if I shared my screen.
Yeah.
Let's keep it clean inside the blue jean. All right. There we go. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, really. Close this bottom part here.
Wait, did anyone not think winter weight gain was a real thing? Was it like a hoax? Did people think that was like fake news or something? I mean, okay. Turns
Oh.
out winter weight gain is a real thing, but we're not off the hook. Get the skinny on it and tips to combat it. That's a bad pun.
Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure. Look at this fat cat. That thing's not hibernating.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That cat obviously did not watch Supersize It, you know.
Nope.
He's supersizing all his morsels.
Okay. It's very convenient to blame the holiday season for your weight gain. Overeating at parties and family dinners is a perfectly viable culprit. But when February rolls around and you're still feeling full, could there be something more at play? Often the term winter weight gain is thrown out as a joke, myth, or quasi excuse, but it's more real than we think. According to new research, natural evolution and lack of sunlight can heavily influence us to pack on the pounds when it gets colder. The first study from the University of Exeter examined the animalistic urge of eating as a means for survival. We have two natural forces at play: the desire to eat and weight gain for energy while avoiding starvation, versus gaining too much weight that would make us more susceptible to predators. Devising a computer model.
Who is hunting down humans besides maybe zombies and like sadistic serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer?
You're right. I laughed at that. Devising a computer model means that some guy sitting behind a desk who just types on a computer all day long is trying to figure out why he's gaining weight.
Yeah, that's pretty funny too. But I mean, yeah. But seriously though, we have predators now?
Maybe some cabin in the woods type thing going. We got the hillbilly zombies coming
Yeah,
after us.
I guess so. Yeah.
Devising a computer model to determine the mathematical possibilities of these two forces, researchers uncovered that the desire to fight against starvation is far greater than the desire to prevent overeating. We fear starvation far more than we fear gaining too much weight, so the desire to keep eating is a stronger motivating factor. It seems that the eating desire is so ingrained in us that it still drives us in our modern lives, where there is basically no chance of actual starvation. As such, this desire is heightened when food is traditionally more scarce during the winter months, so we're more susceptible to our evolutionary urges during these times. Yeah, okay.
Well, what about actual starvation does happen? I mean, are they talking about? I assume they're talking about people that can afford food and actually have plenty of it, as opposed to people that are actually starving out there that don't have any.
I mean, if it's gonna be, I mean, why does it have to be, an ultimatum here? Why is it you either have to starve yourself or eat more?
Yeah, there can't be any in between now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
apparently. All right. The second study from the University of Alberta uncovered that our body's fat cells may have a positive reaction to sunlight. Now, I do believe that. The findings discovered by accident, well, possibly, the findings discovered by accident suggest that fat cells, which reside closest to the skin, when exposed to blue light, which the sun produces, actually begins to shrink, thus storing less fat. Researchers have inverted this finding to suggest that lack of sunlight, which we would experience during the winter months, can increase the cell's abilities to store fat and make us more susceptible to weight gain. After this initial discovery, researchers intend to study exactly what amount of sunlight is needed to create this effect, and if sunlight exposure in infancy could be a determining factor in our fat milking abilities as we age. Fat making. Sorry, I heard baby milking. That's where I was
Yeah,
going
you
with fat.
said milking. That's okay.
Fat making abilities as we age. So that's interesting. The other question is you would have to the study. It seems like I would have to read that because it's when they go, oh, there's more sunlight. People tend to lose more weight in the summer, and they tend to
Mhm.
gain weight in the winter. That's apparent. Well, it must be because of sunlight. The only way to take that out is to give somebody sunlight in winter as well as summer and see how the weight gain has changed. But I don't think that they did that. I'm skeptical that they did that. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like that's how you would have to do it. You'd have to keep the sunlight the same. But I mean, as far as possibly, because it could be evolutionary that our bodies, at wintertime, you want to gain more weight for the possibility of less food. I mean, that's a natural instinct almost. And I could see that being as an unconscious instinct.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought about this whole thing is like I said earlier on when I introduced before the article about our ancestors and stuff having to hunt food and stuff like that. Well, there would have been a lot less food to hunt, of course, during the winter months than there would have been, of course, during the summer months.
Right. The other question would be, is if it has to do with sunlight, it would have to be, because the idea being that, do you gain more weight if you're in like the northern part of the United States or if you're in the Caribbean? And I'm going to guess that, the obvious thing is if you're in the northern part of the United States, on average, you're going to gain weight in the winter months. If you're in the Caribbean on the beach, having a margarita, you're probably not gaining too much weight. Oh, all right. Let's continue. Okay.
The other thing I'd like to say real quick is that sunlight, they say that people that get less sunlight have more depression. And when you're depressed, you do tend to eat more. So that's another thing to add on to it. I mean,
it's a question when it comes with sunlight. My biggest question is causation versus correlation. Right. Is the sunlight the cause, or does it just correlate? Because the idea is if you're not getting sunlight, you're obviously inside, which means you're not moving around all that much, again, on average. And so it would make sense that people who don't get enough sunlight are going to gain weight, because it's the people who stay inside that are gaining weight. You don't see people, going to the beach every single day and gaining weight, or running on a marathon every month. They're not the ones gaining weight. It's the ones that are staying inside that are getting less light. But I don't think it's the light that's doing it.
No, but there is less light during the winter months too.
Correct. Yeah.
But did they do the study, like you said, versus people that live closer to the equator, or people live closer to, towards the North Pole,
Well, that was the second study that they were talking about, was correlating it with light, but I didn't see anything about really, other than light makes a difference. Of course it makes a difference, but I would also say people who bought more than 4 bikinis in 1 year lost more weight than people who didn't.
Yeah, true.
Like, well, but that means buying bikinis makes you lose weight. No, it doesn't. It's just a correlation. Because if you're buying 4 bikinis, it means you're in a place that you need to use them, and so it's just it's correlation versus causation. So, okay. Add to convincing scientific reasons: cold weather, lifestyle factors, spending more time indoors, no pressure to work on that beach bod, etc. And winter weight gain seem not only real but hard to avoid. No, that's obvious. That's how I walked into this article. Was, yeah, of course. Extra motivation to stay fit and eat healthy is definitely needed during the season. So trainer and nutritionist Kyle Byron shared the following quick tips that we can all fight for winter weight gain. Obviously, this is we've just turned into an infomercial on personal training and nutritionists.
I don't think we have to
okay
get into this.
I hate when articles turn into an ad.
Yeah, I agree. No, I just thought it would be interesting to dig into the possibilities as to why people gain weight during the winter more than summer. And a lot of that stuff seemed to be obvious answers. It wasn't like you said, didn't seem to be a whole lot of science going on there in the science.
It could also have to do with an agricultural change. So once we as humans started farming, so even without even going back, millions of years in evolution, just thinking of farming is uh in the fall months, that's when you harvest everything. And so you're eating a lot better in
Mm,
the beginning of the winter months. And so it would be natural to gain weight in that time as well.
cool. I mean, what? Why is that funny?
I don't know. I just thinking the process through. It's an interesting thought experiment
Oh, yeah, true.
because it could be a million things.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how much you buy into evolution, but I think evolutionary factors might have a lot to do with it too.
No, I do. I'm full. Yeah. I totally believe in evolution.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm Christian and I believe in evolution. Yes, there
Oh
you have
yeah,
it.
I believe in both. Like, why can't you?
Why
A
can't
lot.
you?
Yeah.
I agreed. Why can't you? Makes total sense.
So, um, but moving right along here, I see there's a rapper named Suso. Yo 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 yo. Oh wow, that's funny. Oh wait, BB-8 went to bed, dude. It's early for you, isn't it? Aren't you?
Responsibility calls. I'm headed to Lurker's Lounge. Very cute. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Oh man, why did that hit me? That's just like one of those things where it hits you and then you think about it for a second longer and then it hits you again. That's why I laugh like that, like a
Yeah,
mad one.
those are the best jokes. The best jokes that are funny on the surface, but then the more you think about them, the funnier they get.
Yes, exactly. That's crazy. And then there's that suppressed laughter thing where you can't laugh, like at a funeral or something, and
Oh
someone
yeah.
says something funny to you, and then like you can't really. So you're, hey, Fizzy Pop is here. All right, Fizzy Pop sees us all. And by the way, Fizzy Pop, I want to remind you that when Armor was on you guys' show the other night, he mentioned me not giving him a Christmas card, which I know he was just kind of joking around. But I actually did get him a Christmas card. It just ain't got there yet. Like, he has a change of address, much like Keith's dad over here does. And so if your Christmas cards don't get to you right away, it's probably because the post office, it's crazy times. It's Christmas time, holidays, not Christmas anymore, but holiday times, so they're going to be delayed. And also, I put something in his, so the mailman. I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know how much paper weighs, but I don't
Oh,
think I had to add extra stamps. What's up, dude?
he said he changed his address. Fizzy Pop says that he changed his address.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did too. And
Yeah,
it's going real late. I haven't gotten a card yet. I have gotten mail though.
you have.
I have,
All right, cool.
but I haven't gotten a card, and it seems to be a lot later than I usually get. So the post office is holding on to something that they
Cool.
probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What was I gonna? Oh, yeah, it's something they said. Something about Canada. Canada had a song had reindeer in it, but it was like what do they call that? Um, what's generation old people call boomer? Yes, boomer. White boomer. They call it the white boomer, white boomer reindeer. And so I'm gonna be. I'll probably send Armor one of those white boomers. 6 white boomers. Yes, thank you, Fizzy Pop. She knows. She knows the deal. It's an inside joke. But yes, I'm gonna send him a white boomer. That's plushy. Where could you even find a white boomer plushie? Yeah, I know the kangaroos. The kangaroos. I meant to say kangaroos. I said reindeer.
You're
I don't
still
know.
in that holiday the holiday mentality.
Yeah, like reindeer. You know, why would you say white boomer if you met kangaroo?
And it's Canadian?
Yeah.
Canadian kangaroo. All right. All right. I'll roll with
Wait, Canadian? No. Wait.
it.
Wait, no. Why did I say Canadian?
Look, I've stopped making sense of this show about a year ago, and I believe your
Oh,
audience is with me on this.
yeah, no, this Canadian kangaroos. Yeah, there's kangaroos in Canada now, folks.
Hop, eh?
uh, uh. Canadian kangaroos. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, why would I even? Okay, you know what? I gotta go collect my thoughts for 1 second. Hold on, I gotta slosh down my Diet Mountain Lightning. Can't believe I said Canada associated with the white boomer.
Let's have a couple pops on the Barbie. I don't know. We're going.
Oh boy, that's racist. Wait a minute. Isn't our Taco Tuesday mascots, aren't those racist?
I mean, incredibly. No. It would be considered appropriation, I believe.
Oh, okay, that's what it's called. I said Scared Performance, a Mexican looking, and what I mean by Mexican, I guess that's called appropriation too, because it had a mustache and then a sombrero, but it was an avocado.
I'll
And,
tell you, just a secret, because he's probably not watching the show right now, right? But if you want to get Rav Darius mad, call him Mexican, and I don't mean like mad, but he gets hilariously like, what? When you call every once in a while, I'll call him Mexican, call him a crazy Mexican. He's from Peru, so he's not anywhere close to it.
Well, that's like my grandpa. Okay, my grandpa is Sicilian. But if you call him Italian, oh my gosh, he'll correct you in a heartbeat. He's like, no, I'm not Italian. I'm Sicilian. I mean, he's very strict about that. And for some reason, the Sicilians and the Italians are very, very, very distinct about that. They don't like each other. They don't get along.
Yeah.
I call BBA Mexican, even though he's Native American, because he sounds Mexican. That sounds racist, I know. But you remember we were talking the other day about, telephones and how people sound on the phone. This is so funny. I brought up the fact. I said, okay, this might sound racist, but immediately when an African American person is talking to you on the phone. And then I said, would you not agree with that? And you go, I don't agree with any of this. And I go,
nope.
Oh, no, you left me hanging. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, that was, I remember saying that. And by the way, when I said that, I was just generalizing. It wasn't like, okay, so it could be some white guy with a deep Southern voice. I don't know.
No, the only people you're allowed to make fun of is white males. That's it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's it. You can make fun of them.
Yeah. What was it? I was watching an episode of House, and he goes, there was a fat guy on the show, and the fat guy was like, only people you can make fun of anymore is fat people. And then House is like, yeah, fat people. Oh, and dumb people, and blacks, and Jews. And he just went on like a list of people that you're not supposed to make fun of. He just named off the whole list, which, hey, if you're gonna hate everyone equally. You know, I'm just saying. It has to be an equal.
Right. Right.
If I want to self-hate, I could self-hate. I could look at you and go, "Hey, my cracker, what's happening?" You know?
But that's because it's me, and you know me, Hebrew. I can take a joke. You can just don't make fun of my plaid. You know.
Oh yeah,
Tho-
no,
tho-
that's plaidist.
yeah, them be fighting words.
Yeah. Oh, but man, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Just
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah, just 1
Oh,
minute.
it's self-promotion time. Yay!
Entertain the audience. Don't self-promote. Come on.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. So yeah, I'll tell you, if you want to get a laugh, like tell Rav Darius, you know, when he comes on, that he's your favorite Mexican or something. He'd get a kick out of that. He always gets a kick out of it. But hey, how do you like my plaid today? So I was working on this 5 minutes before the show. I was like, you know, I don't want to just be the normal Keith's dad. You know, it's Taco Tuesday. Everyone goes and changes to a taco thing. And I was like, you know, I started small and just put my head on a picture. And then I started playing around. We added a little bit more plaid and a little bit more and more plaid until we just went a little overboard with plaid. So, but let's see. I know later on we're going to be talking about some Star Trek because Hebrew. So me and Hebrew are connected on Google Chat, and I was watching a movie earlier, and all of a sudden my phone pings, and Hebrew posted a meme, a Star Trek meme, right? And I was like, oh, that's cute, a Star Trek meme, that's fun. And then just for the next 30 minutes, he started sending Star Trek memes for 30 minutes straight, nonstop, just one after another. Every like 30 seconds, I got a Star Trek meme in my inbox. My phone just kept going. Am I pointing to my taco? I'm giving the thumbs up. That's what I'm doing.
You see, the thing is, and I'm back, by the way. Yes.
Hi, back. I'm Keith's dad in plaid.
That's a dad joke from Keith's dad. Thank you. But speaking of your avatar, when I first saw it, I thought, is he giving the finger? Because it looked like you're giving the finger, man. It really does.
Yeah, sure. I could be. But not to the taco. To somebody who's trying to take my taco.
Do not take his taco. But seriously, though, man, we do have some Star Trek stuff to talk about. And we will talk about Star Trek stuff. However. Yes. However, we have some memes to show you guys here tonight.
Meme.
Not just any ordinary memes, mind you. Number one, these are Star Trek memes. And number two, these are what do you mean memes.
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you meme? I like that. What do you meme? So, Keith's dad, let me ask you this. Do you like Captain Picard memes?
Yes, I do.
Well, all right. That's what we have for you guys here tonight is Captain Picard memes. You know what? Hold on 1 second here. I'll get this up. But I got to do an intro for these here Captain Picard memes. And I already showed one. So let me just go back and change it. Okay. Hang on. Before I show that, we have to do an introduction because you people need to get to your chairs. Not just any ordinary chairs, mind you, but this chair right here.
It's been a while since I saw that one.
Long time. So now that everyone's in their ops, I guess that's ops positions, It is now time for the Star Trek What Do You Meme memes. Do. Wait, no. Okay. There we go. Yes, everything gets an intro here on Taco Tuesday. Take it away, number one. Zoop. So this is okay, hold on. Let me get our faces on here. This is I know it's not Taco Tuesday, but I saw this and I had to use it for the show. I thought it was appropriate.
Make it so.
Music Tuesday, make it so. Yes. So there's that one. Not very funny, granted, but just appropriate for this show, Now this is the one I wanted to show first. This is such a good, perfect for this show. Especially perfect for this show right here. Yeah.
Those nachos.
I could totally see Captain Picard ordering nachos at some Romulan bar. Romulan bar where he's not allowed to be at, by the way. He just walks in there like a badass, like Mr. Badass goes, "Excuse me, I come here to eat nachos and kick Romulan ass, and I'm all out of nachos." So give me some nachos. This is what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. Next meme. Next meme. Wait, where am I? Okay. This one's funny. I like this one. Zoop. Ah.
Not funny, Q.
Oh man, could you imagine you're sitting there minding your own business, and then the next thing you know, you're in another franchise?
I mean, that would be every nerdster's dream right there. That picture is every nerdster's dream to see a crossover of Star Wars and Star Trek.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's weird they've never. What's funny is if I'm not mistaken, there was, and I promised we wouldn't stay on these too long, but heck, I need to do this. I think in Star Wars, there was, I think the original ones, or maybe it was the prequels, but there was a scene, I think, where they're heading towards Naboo, and you could see the Star Trek Enterprise D flying by as one of the ships.
Oh yeah. Well, I think there was one in the in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Where the Millennium Falcon is in fighting the Borg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. So those are some good crossovers there, if you will. Okay, let's see here. I got some more of these, of course. See, I'm saving the funniest ones for last, of course. I like this one. This one I really did laugh out loud.
Fire at will. Wait, that's me.
Yeah. That's hilarious, dude. I like his expression, man. He knows he's screwed. It's like, oh shit. The old joke, where they go, "Fire at will," and they're all like, "Which one's Will?" Well, this one we know who Will is. So. Speaking of Will, let's make fun of Will Wheaton, because it's never too late to make fun of Will Wheaton. And if you're gonna make fun of Will Wheaton, why not do it in the most uncomfortable way possible? Here we go. Here's this meme. Okay, I'm gonna have to read this one. It is too small on my screen here, so let me go ahead and read it. Well, I can make it enlarged. Oh, there we go. Do you know the difference between your mother and the Prime Directive? Yes, sir. I've never violated the Prime Directive. And then you see him like, no. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, the good old Philo Fire. Naughty tisk tisk. Yes, it is very naughty, but it's funny. It's funny. He totally violated Beverly. So let's see here.
No, she's being naughty in chat, bro. That's and I gave it back to her, and now she's attacking me with it.
I see. Okay.
And now we're being naughty in the memes.
Well, speaking of naughty, we might as well keep the theme going. There's this. If you can't read the writing there at the bottom, it says, "I can't stop staring." Basic Instinct. See, I missed the chat, you know?
No, the Basic Instinct is from your meme, the way that Captain Picard was sitting with his legs crossed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he would have swiveled around, I would have been grossed out. Yeah. Speaking of number one. Okay, let's see here. Did you see that clip? Did I send you that clip where I'll have to show that clip here after this where Data is saying stuff to him. They're saying thank you, Data, but they're making it sound like they're saying F you, Data.
No.
I didn't send you that.
Is that
clip?
wait, maybe you did a while ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have seen that.
I'll have to show it here on Taco Tuesday. But here's this one. The word knives bothers me so much. Ninja made knives wait, hold on. Let me do this correctly. Ninja made knives number one. That's why the K is silent.
What I find incredibly hilarious on this, other than the joke that they're making, is that the creator of the meme knows that the plural of ninja is ninja.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of saying ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I didn't catch that at first. Thanks for throwing that out there, Mr. Keystad, sir.
I always look at the most obscure things.
But that always bothered me though about the K and knives. Like, really, guys?
Connivids.
Good night. Yeah. So let's see here that I show. Yeah, I showed that one. Oh, this one's funny too. This one I should have showed when I was showing the Star Wars one. Oh hell. Yeah, he's gonna shank him. Say that Star Wars is better one more time. Speaking of the knives. Anyway, moving right along.
I know, what a segue from a knife joke to a knife joke.
Yeah. And I think, let's see here. Oh, I like this one. Which really, I mean, I'll let you say this one.
Okay. Such a badass. He wore a red shirt for 7 seasons without dying.
And you know what I find hilarious about this one? Besides the fact that, you know, red shirts in the first series, that was the thing, was that they would always die. But however, in Next Generation, that wasn't the case. Really.
Yeah, they switched up all the shirts because wasn't yellow was command and red was ensign or something like that.
Mhm.
Or no, yellow was tech. in the old version, but in now they've switched the color for red to be command and yellow to be tech. But yeah, they switched that.
Yeah.
And blue is doctor or
Right.
medical.
Is it blue or green?
Blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the girl doctor, Wesley's mother always wore blue.
But wasn't Oh, go ahead.
And thinking old Star Trek, it was Bones.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wore blue too. Yeah, he wore blue as well.
But that one's quite funny because we often call them the red shirts, the ones that die.
Yep.
All right, so there's that, and then I love this one. I love this one.
Yeah, that's right. Follow fire. Blue is science in EMT. Yes.
This one I'll probably have to enlarge. Let's see. Oh, I can't. I'll just read it. Han Solo flies his own ship, not me. I got bitches for that.
Like Wesley.
Right? I had some more Wesley ones that I was going to lay down there, but yeah, decided to let it.
He's easy because he was always big into that. He ended up becoming a big Trekkie himself, a big nerdy himself, so he could take the jokes. He was always able to take the jokes.
But that's the end of that is the end of our memes, sir.
The end. No, say it isn't so.
However, as it turns out, I had issued those memes for a reason. As you know, earlier on, we were talking about the concepts of religion. And religion, what the hell? That's not what I wanted. Okay, we're experiencing technical difficulties here, folks.
Just pay attention to the dancing taco in the top right hand of the screen.
Okay, let's see. That's Twitter. Where did I put those? You know what? Let's just talk about. Oh wait, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to. What the hell? Okay, I guess I'm not talking about religion right now.
I was like, Ubuntu?
It won't let me. Huh. Okay, okay, so you know, let's see. Let me try that again. Really?
Do you have to get rid of the 2F before the webpage there?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done trying. But several weeks ago, Saji brought to me my attention about how we're slowly starting to make artificial parts like an artificial heart or an artificial brain or even putting an entire AI into a human body in order to bring human bodies back to life. Like the human body dies, but the mind will go on, so to speak. And as we get closer and closer to these technologies, a lot of these things kind of remind me of the Borg, how they take certain pieces and put them on human flesh, you know.
Yep.
And they're integrated with humans, but they're Borgs as well. And it just got me thinking about how Star Trek, you know, Next Generation, and particularly was all about the Borg and how you know how that could go horribly wrong, just much like Terminator if you let it, you know. But you know, for a long time now, this has all been in the realm of science fiction. But now it's slowly approaching the realm of possibility to be no longer science fiction, but to be reality, as it were. And we were kind of touching on this on Shifty Sunday a little bit, about how futuristic stuff, like in the Star Trek future, is actually brought into our consciousness today, like cell phones and touch screen and food replicators and whatnot. So here's an interesting article I found on the Borg.
Locutus.
Which, by the way, this is certainly one of my favorite two-parter episodes.
Yeah, it is. It is one of my favorites.
But here is how we could very well become more Borg-like. So I'm going to go ahead and read it, since you read the last one.
Okay.
But I am going to swig on this unsweetened tea right quick.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, did I break that? Oh, I hope not. Okay. All right, let me okay. Preconscious humans may have been like the Borg. What? May have been like. So this is not really now or in the future. This is like what happened a long time ago. So okay. All right. So with this brief ominous exchange, the heroes of Star Trek The Next Generation are introduced to one of their most formidable enemies, the Borg, a race of cyborg whose minds are linked to a collective hive mind through sophisticated technology. The collective expands their civilization through a process of mental and physical assimilation. They find new intelligent beings like humans, implant them with Borg technology, and integrate them into the hive mind, erasing their previous identities. All right, there's the synopsis. This says,
Hugh.
oh, yeah, he was like one of the very first individual Borg, was he not?
Yep.
So, yeah, that's interesting how they show that. So, I'm having trouble with my S's today, so just bear with me. Individual Borg are not conscious in the way humans are. They have no sense of individuality. The hive mind is a dictator, an unquestioned voice that commands each individual. The Borg nature is split into an an execute. Hold on, just bear with me 1 second. Executive called the collective. Right. No wonder I couldn't read it right. And a follower called the drone. For the humans living in the Star Trek universe, the prospect of assimilation is terrifying when asked why humans resist assimilation. Chief Engineer Geordi LaForge says, for somebody like me, losing the sense of individuality is almost worse than dying. For many humans living in the real world of the fictional Borg are similarly unsettling. See, I'm having trouble with my S. But why? What is it exactly about the Borg that irks us so much? Could it be that somewhere in the recesses of our minds we sense something unpleasant about ourselves, that when we view the Borg, what if they reflect a different kind of human mentality, one that was actually Borg-like? The international voices that command bicameral humans eventually fell silent, and humanity was forever changed. Okay, I didn't know there'd be so much to this. An intriguing, albeit highly controversial idea, much like this, was actually proposed in Julian Jaynes, an American psychologist who taught who taught at Princeton University, in his 1976 book, The Origin of Consciousness and the Breakdown of Bicameral Mind. James theorizes that the human consciousness, by which he means the ability and tendency to think about ourselves as individuals, emerged suddenly and relatively recently in history, around 3,000 years ago. That would mean that anatomically modern humans were alive for hundreds of thousands of years before becoming conscious. That's something interesting to ponder about. Okay. Janus argues, excuse me, that's not the way it's Janus argues that before this recent emergence of consciousness, humanity experienced the world in a manner similar to the Borg. There was not a holistic self with free will, fire at will, but rather a two-part psyche or um, bicameral mind, in which one part gave orders to a second part that acted on those orders. For bicameral humans, violation became as a voice that was in the nature of neurological command, and which the command and the action were not separated, and which the hearer was to obey. John says these commands were often perceived as coming from gods, and that they lived on today as eternally hallucinated voices heard by some sympath. No, wait, that's not it. Siffertinis? What?
Wait, are you the last word there?
Yeah,
Schizophrenic.
schizophrenics.
Yeah.
That's how you say schizophrenics?
Yeah, that's how you spell it. Yep.
Huh. I thought it was like like it's a Z. I didn't know that. See? That's what trouble with reading versus like hearing it said.
Yeah.
Is like if you don't read that on an everyday basis or a usual basis, then you have no idea. Well, thanks for helping me.
That's what I'm here for. This is a very interesting article, to be completely honest. I'm very interested in this article.
Sorry, I'm butchering it.
No, you fine. It's actually I enjoy it. It's better than me reading it.
Okay. All right, I'll try my best here. In this era, humans did not have an eternal self that allowed for introscop. Wait, give me a chance here. Interception or reflection. Now, wait a minute. Introspection. Introspection.
Yep.
The heck does that mean?
No idea. It's like inspection, but it's intro, so it's the inspection of oneself, I'm guessing.
I see. Yeah, that could be. You're right. Introspection or reflection, such as the Borg, are an excellent example of Jane's. That's a guy? Description of a bicameral mind of early humans. The primary difference is that bicameral humans, unlike the Borg, were not technologically linked together in a single collective mind. Without collective thought, bicameral humans would have had trouble solving and managing complex problems. As ancient communities became more literate, urban, and complicated, Janus says that the bicameral mind broke down a change that is reflected in the increasing consciousness of literally, literal, wait, literary, literary characters create literary characters created soon after that time. After the advent of writing, the eternal voices that commanded bicameral humans eventually fell silent and humanity was forever changed. I think I read that part. Hmm. But what about the Borg, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you, said the guy in yellow. Are they designated to remain nothing more than unconscious automatons for all Star Trek eternity? In case of art imitating life, if the fact Jane's theory is correct, it turns out it is possible for Borg to undergo transformations similar to one undergone by bicameral humans. Sheesh, say that 5 times fast. In the episode I, Borg, a single injured cyborg is captured and disconnected from the collective by the Enterprise crew. With the Borg executive silence, yeah, I read that right. Executive silence, this drone eventually becomes conscious and develops individuality, a close analog for Jane's theory of the breakdown of the bicameral mind in humans. Barefoot beef. Yeah, okay. Before this transition, not transaction, money didn't exchange hands. The isolated drone is unable to function, but afterward it becomes endowed, I'm sure it did, with a key feature of consciousness, the concept of I in essence. This Borg, now named Hugh Hefner, attains. I'm just kidding. I know the episode. I like the episode. It's a good episode.
It is.
He becomes friends with Geordie, attains human consciousness. You know, it's weird. It's like seems like artificial life forms and like holodeck humans and Borgs, you know, which are sort of kind of like artificial life forms in a way. It seems like there's just like all non-humans become friends with Geordie. It's just
Yes.
weird. So maybe what we really fear is not the behavior of a fictional enemy. Enemy. Man, why can't I even say enemy? That's weird. But a dark remnant of our historical selves. If Janus is correct, the transformation of eternally commanded unconsciousness begins, huh? Begins to thinking, reflecting people who would have would have to be considered the most significant and far-reaching adaptation in the history of our species. It has a change that gave us that which we are most loath to lose our individuality. All right, there we go. Boom. I'm done with this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of the article. Yeah.
So this was interesting. Fully poppycock, but very interesting article. And let me explain that really quick. So he's quoting something from 1974. So it was an author and a psychologist from 1974. But he was using that mentality and bringing the Borg into that and then connecting those two. And I don't think you can do that, because I was trying to think, what was this guy actually trying to say? What was this guy trying to say we were like in 1974? What was he writing about? Because he obviously wasn't talking about Borg, because that makes no sense.
Right.
And so what I was thinking about was, what he's thinking about is that whole, your actions in your mind contradicting in that voice. Basically what it is he's talking about your unconscious mind. So it's like trying to hold your breath, when you try to hold your breath, you have your will, your free will to hold your breath, but your
Fire at him.
body, but your body stops you.
Mm-hmm.
Your body will stop you and cause you to breathe. It forces you to breathe. You have that unconscious power over you that makes you breathe. When you get hungry, you can't. Your brain starts to only think about food. Like it's a willpower that is overcoming your own willpower. Your body is telling you these certain things, and I think that's what he's getting at, because if you thought back to our beforehand, you got to look at like our close ancestors, or any other mammal in existence, right? And I think what the original psychologist was getting at was the mentality of other animals, that what they do is they go and they hunt. They're they're drawn to the hunt. Or the mating is an instinct that overpowers your free will. If you ever seen a cat in heat, that cat does not want to be in heat, but just cannot help being in heat. So that's what he's talking about. The Borg don't have that. The reason why humans, or people, us, are scared of the Borg is not because of some latent human instinct we used to have that we don't want anymore. And it's not about them not having individuality. It's that they cannot be reasoned with. A bad guy that is so mysterious, we fear the dark. We fear mystery, right? And the Borg was the biggest mystery. You couldn't reason with them. They just did stuff that almost seemed, that's why when they started making the movies and you started to get you find out that the Borg has a leader, the Borg got less terrifying. We stopped fearing them as much, because we started to learn how they tick. And once you learn how they tick, knowledge is power, but at first, the Borg were scary as all get out, because you couldn't reason with any particular one of them, and they would just keep coming at you, and they would just adapt to whatever you had, and you had no way. There was just they were just technologically superior. However, going on the other tangent on how I wish they would have said this article was how we were going to become the Borg over time, like you mentioned earlier, right? That is an interesting concept, and we are getting there. I don't think we're going in the way of Borg more than we're going in the way of Wall-E. You know Wall-E?
Oh yeah.
They send the humans in space, they all get fat and lazy, they sit on the floating chairs, and that's where we're headed. It's not integration necessarily. It's 100% total knowledge at our fingertips, and we're getting there slowly. I mean, look at Alexa. Shh, Alexa, I'm not talking to you. It's knowledge just at your fingertips. You want to know an answer, boom, it's there. And I think that's where we're headed to, but I don't believe it's going to go into like implants. I mean, look how scared we are to get a vaccine. And I don't say scared, but you know what I mean. Like people just won't do it. It doesn't matter what you want to do; they're not going to do it.
Much fear is the fact that it's being pushed on us, and people don't like being told what to do.
Agreed. Yeah. That's what I meant. It's not that it's fear. It's that there's always going to be a push, no matter what it is. There will be a push when it comes to changing or affecting somebody's body.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to push back, and so I don't think cybernetics, while it might come a little bit, I don't think it'll end up being anywhere close to like Borg. We're not going to replace our eyes. That's not going to happen. We're not replacing our livers, and we're not putting stuff into our brains to get kung fu like in the Matrix. That I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll have knowledge at our fingertips at all times. That's coming closer and closer.
I'll have to disagree to a point when it comes to replacing body parts and things. I think we're already like we're already into
Out of necessity, not out
right.
of option.
No, it's not going to be like you can go to the eye store and just replace your eye just because you don't like it. Yeah, I know. I agree with that, but I think there is going to be a point where you can get a mechanical eye, or you can even get to the point where you could be fitted for visors the same way Jordy is, or maybe you could get an artificial heart the same way Picard has. Although those aren't Borg things, those are sort of like futuristic things that we're hoping for that will be available to us in the future. I do believe there. I mean, let's face it. There's already so much advances in transplant surgery that could be done, and I think by the time we reach that pivotal point, like it's going to be well before we get to the 23rd or 24th century in this case. Um, we're going to end up there'll be our artificial uh, implants in the brain, or there'll be artificial heart implants, or artificial ways of the blood being filtered.
Absolutely, absolutely. Out of necessity, that's going to happen. But no one's. What's not going to happen is someone who goes to the doctor and says, "Hey, can you replace my arm with a machine gun?"
No,
That's not. That's we're not
it'd
trending
be
into
funny.
that, right? I mean, really.
Yeah.
But if you lost an eye to an accident, yes, I can understand. Cybernetic eye that would be implanted. That would work. Yes, but it wouldn't be it wouldn't be optional. It wouldn't be
Sorry,
like.
I'm still laughing about the machine gun arm. Like, I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to have, but you know.
But I don't think any doctor would actually agree to that kind of surgery on a human being, not out of necessity.
It just kind of reminds me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you
No,
again.
go ahead.
But it
This
kind
is
of
what we're
reminds
doing.
me of that movie where the girl attached that gun to her leg.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking of.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah,
Anyway.
that's yeah. So, but yes, as far as like a mechanical arm for somebody who lost their arm, yes, but not a mechanical arm for somebody who wants a mechanical arm.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Yeah.
But as far as like when you said like visor and stuff, now we are getting more of that. And what I do think is going to happen is we're going to start getting, like, for instance, I mentioned Alexa because I use that. I use that a lot, and it's very at your fingertips. That's going to get closer and closer to me. At one point, there might be just a little earbud in your ear with constant access to that information.
Mm. Yeah.
Or when you talk about a visor that allows for that kind of instant, you know, instant connection with information, that is coming closer and closer to us.
Mhm.
But as far as it penetrating the skin, no, I don't see that. I don't see that coming. Not if it's not necessity.
No. No. And there's a lot of things about the
Who's mentioning Reaper the genetic opera? Follow Fire. Have you not seen that? Because I've been beating around the bush on that because that's exactly what we're talking about here. But
yeah.
I didn't want to mention it because it's such a fringe movie. But yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly where we won't be going, is Repo the genetic opera. If you remember that, have you seen that, Hebrew?
I have seen that, yes.
Yeah. So we're not going there. It's not happening.
But I would love to have maybe like I don't know, something attached to my arm, almost like Trap Jaw, where he can make many attachments, like you mentioned, a machine gun, or like a claw, or like a
Like
what's the other thing? Like
spider webs coming out. Like
yeah, spider webs. That'd be cool too. Yeah, you could like shoot webs at people and shit, and yeah,
I have a feeling that would be less useful than it shows in the movie.
yeah, probably.
Because sometimes he flings those things and you can't see where it attaches to, and it wouldn't, like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem as useful as he makes it seem in the movie.
I would like to have that just to shut people up, just put, flip a spider web at their mouth or something,
I just fling it at the top of the building and be like, I'm out of here. See ya.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see you doing that too. In one of my movies too.
I would be plaid Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it matches up, sort of. Right? The plaid and
Yep.
the spider suit, There are some red and black spiders. I mean, it isn't out of the realm of possibilities. Speaking of the realm of possibilities, are we done talking about all of this, or did you have more to add to it?
I mean, this is a big topic. It really is. When it comes to that, because then it starts going into, let's say you did get your leg replaced, right, with a cybernetic, fully operational leg.
Mhm.
Can you now compete in sports? Can you compete in like
You
the
know,
Olympics with it? These are big moral
yeah.
questions that would, so when it comes to, I mean, we celebrate our bodies and what we're capable of doing with just our natural human bodies. That I don't think most people, if the option even came, would want to upgrade what we have as far as replacement, not just
Oh yeah.
addition, replacement.
Now,
Like I would not give up an eye even if I was promised a better eye.
yeah, yeah. Only if you like went blind in that eye. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I could see that, but just like I was watching an episode of Highway to Heaven where some boy got into a motorcycle accident and lost his legs, like lost both his legs, and he was a star baseball player, and he was about a minute away from making it to the majors and stuff like that. And but he couldn't do it because he no longer had legs. And I'm sitting here thinking, this was back in 1984. And now we have legs, like artificial legs that are so advanced. They're like robotic legs. Like if you wanted to, you could compete in competitive sports with those artificial legs if you had the right, equipment. I mean, you'd have to be extremely rich, I guess, or have really good insurance, but it is possible.
There is a guy who runs marathons with one leg. Um and he uses an artificial leg and he wins. And I think it was up to question, but he doesn't have any cybernetics. It's just like, a titanium,
Right.
leg, I think with a hinge, a free roaming hinge. He's just gotten so good at it, so used to it.
Yeah. But I mean, for those purposes, like if you're put out of action because you lose both your legs, for example, and it comes down to it, and if in the future you could have cybernetic parts, number one, um, would you do it? Number two, would it be fair to regular humans who are racing with regular just flesh and bone muscle legs?
Well, I mean, no, it wouldn't be fair, but yes, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would, if I lost my legs and I had the option for cybernetic legs, yes, in a heartbeat, I would do
Mhm.
that. But as far as competing, no, that's unfair. I mean, we see that today. You
Yeah.
know, we when men compete as women in,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I mean, that it's unfair.
Yeah.
Not that it's wrong, it's just unfair.
That's what the rules that they laid down. They said, "Oh, now you can do that," and it's totally unfair. I agree with that. It's like because a man, if he identifies as a woman, he doesn't even have to have the lady parts. Like he could just say, "Oh, I'm totally a woman now." Just dress as a woman, or even doesn't even have to do that. Just identify as one. He can compete in men's sports or
Yeah,
women's sports as a man
yeah,
or as a woman, but still physically a man. You know what
yeah,
I'm trying to say?
yeah. It's just it's just not fair.
Yeah. And it also, to me, it takes away from the women, the actual women who are physically capable of like doing amazing feats and stuff like that, and they are there and they've done this for years, and then all of a sudden here comes a man who claims to be a woman, all of a sudden is entered into that competition, and it takes away from them. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine when the first transgender kickboxer, goes in the ring and kills a woman?
Oh
Like,
gosh. Yeah.
like that's. I mean, it's got to happen. It's the only way to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to become a common thing.
Well, even like in football, like could you imagine, like there's already been like a first woman like kicker, but what if she wasn't a kicker? What if they actually threw a woman in there as a quarterback or as a running back or as a receiver, a wide
Yeah,
receiver, and actually the men were like, you got to treat them equally. Okay, well, we'll tackle. You got 300 plus pound guys piling on top of you. I mean,
yeah, and let's be clear, because like when it comes to like let's say with the military, right? Women in the front
yeah,
lines. No, absolutely put women in the front lines. A gun is an equalizer.
right,
If you put a gun in anyone's hand, it is an equalizer in strength, because for the most part you don't go hands on.
right.
But even then you got a gun and a knife, and so yeah, no problem with that whatsoever. In the military they can have whatever, anybody can do whatever job they want to do. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to competitive sports, a non-life threatening activity, when you add somebody who is way, that doesn't belong there into it, it becomes dangerous. It becomes life threatening. And that's unfair.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, let's move on to something a little bit lighter.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know? So, we're talking about Star Trek, and we're totally into the Star Trek thing. And it seems like tonight, Taco Tuesday night, is Star Trek themed, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a very funny clip. Let's see who it comes from before I play it. I hope I don't get in trouble for playing it. Unnecessarily censoring Star Trek Data Edition. Okay, so this guy apparently makes videos unnecessarily censoring Star Trek, and his name is Ryan's Edits. So thank you to Ryan's Edits. Please do not claim this video. We are doing it. We're showing it in your favor, sir. We're trying to share it and reach out, even though this video has 19,351 views. With we can add a few more views to it, maybe 3 or 4 more. But anyway, please don't sue me. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So here's a clip we're gonna play from these guys without their permission. And cross your fingers that our stream doesn't get shut down because of this. And amen. Here we go.
To travel the distance.
Wait, can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go.
To travel the distance we did in 2 days at Warp 1 would have taken the Odin escape pod 5 months. 5 months, 6 days, 11 hours, 2 minutes. You data. And cheap imitation. Here, Mr. Data.
By my calculations, we no longer have sufficient momentum to clear the debris field.
Mr. Data.
I have a memory record of the entire lecture, counselor. I could repeat the portions you missed. Correction, sir. That's blown out. Data. Nevertheless, it is possible to occur in matter at higher levels of organization, given the proper conditions.
Data.
If there are only supposed to be 114 people on board, why all the extra space?
Transportation of colonists, diplomatic missions, emergency evacuation.
Mr. Data.
A major founder of the Neo-Transcendentalists, who advocated a return to a simpler life in which one lived in harmony with nature, and learned under her gentle tutelage. Give data. SS Mariposa. Loaded 27th of November, 2123. Destination, Ficus sector. Captain Walter Granger commanding. Mariposa, the Spanish word for butterfly. Give data.
Now, I just wanted to point out, it's obvious they're saying thank you, Data.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny because, you know, nowadays they probably would actually be saying fuck you, Data. You know, on these new Star Trek shows.
I think that's absolutely hilarious.
It is. It is.
Would a delay of 1 hour affect your plans?
Not unless another asteroid decides to play a call on Pantara, sir.
The odds of that occurring, Captain, are extremely unlikely given the time frame.
Give Mr. Data.
In a manner of speaking, it is nothing but a lifeless hunk of rock, a useless ball of mud, a worthless chunk of data. I get the idea. However, joined together, they would make a rectangle or square enclosing 121 square meters. If put end to end vertically, they would make a pole 44 meters high, or 2 of 22.
Give data. Starfleet Command agrees with you. But I would feel better if you would consent to an escort or a... Give Mr. Data.
Yeah, that was funny. I'll tell you that. So there you have it. There it is. These guys, they came up with a brilliant idea and took it and ran with it. What do you think of that?
I thought that was hilarious.
I wish I would have come up with something like that, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah.
That was absolutely hilarious.
Well, again, you know, I want to thank, what do they call themselves? Ryan's, gosh, they didn't get off my screen. Ryan's Ryan's Edits. Yes. Thank you, Ryan's Edits, for providing us with such humorous content. And man, like, where do people come up with this stuff? Like, people come up with stuff all the time. It's so simple, yet so just I don't know, just so hilarious. And you're sitting there watching it going, man, why couldn't I have thought of something like this? You know?
I do that all the time.
So yeah, that's essentially all I had for tonight's show. Except the one thing I'm gonna show people here in a minute. That sounds funny. That's all I have for tonight's show, except for, oh yeah, there's this. You know. Just saying. But before we play, I'm gonna play a Mandela Family video that I played, and it's pretty damn long. I gotta say, for most of the shows, I think the longest Mandela Family video I ever put out was like 24 minutes. And this one comes in at just a little bit over 18 minutes.
Oh yeah, normally they're like 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one's just a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it. You know, like, it puts a good point on things. So yeah, let me go ahead and give this room a final shout out. So, waiting in the wings, we had Fiddle Fire, Go-Kart Bob screeching in, Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine. Sorry, Fire is waiting for me to turn into a pumpkin, and you're like, oh, the show's gonna end. You're not gonna see Keith turn into a pumpkin.
Well, he'll still have an opportunity. I mean, he'll still have an opportunity to turn into a pumpkin, Fiddle Fire. I mean, Fiddle Fire. Sorry, I mispronounced that, number one. And my goodness, has Fiddle Fire been chatting away? She's been rather chatty here tonight.
Yes, she has.
And then I mentioned Go-Kart Bob. Did I mention bone breaking action?
Bone breaking action.
Or as Lieutenant Worf would say, bone-breaking action.
That's a good Worf. Yeah. How would Deanna Troy say it?
Oh man. Bone-breaking action.
Not Mrs. Doubtfire. Diana Troy.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I have a bad feeling she would probably say it like this. Bone-breaking action. I don't know, man. I don't know. I lost my Deanna Troy voice. Not that I ever had one particularly, but
Hey, it's still better than mine. I have no Deanna Troy voice.
I'd like to hear how Saji would say it if he ever shows up. Fizzy is here tonight too as well. I say that's a very good, fine fizzy pop indeed. And of course, we have Keith's dad here in the audience, and he's joining us here in the announcer's booth as well.
That's me.
Yay! Wait, that's like Kermit. Oh, yes, and of course, there's Euler Greg. And let's see, who else do we have here tonight? Number one. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention CJ is watching at home, but she cannot join us here tonight because her unfortunate internet mishap.
All right, you want to hear my best Kermit voice?
Sure.
It's gonna be so bad. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? There you go.
Number one, that was atrocious.
That was terrible.
You need to drink some more Earl Grey if you're going to do any Kermit the Frog. It's not, but then again, and in your defense, it's not easy being green. It's not easy being green.
See, that's way better than mine.
Practice, number one. Practice. That's how you get to Carnegie Hall. Anyway, we have Suso in the house, otherwise known as Dr. Seuss. And then, of course, you know, I don't like to miss out on anybody who's been here before or who's going to be here later. Oh, yes. So Nicole Ankerman will watch later in the future. Now, for some reason, I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go figure, number one. That's crazy business.
Get to the chopper.
Hey, that was pretty good, actually. Do you want to hear my Keith's dad?
Yes.
I'm going to throw an axe through DD-74. I'm going to throw it right through his chest. Okay, well, that's all the audience we have watching us tonight so far. What do you think about that, number one?
I think it's fantastic.
Cool.
I love reading off the names. Just going crazy.
Yeah.
I got to work on my Kermit the Frog, though. Because I love to karaoke that song.
I did that song. What was it? I forget what video it was. Oh, was that one of the Hebrew and Sadji shows?
Did you do that song on the Hebrew and Sadji show?
Yes, I do believe. As Kermit. Yeah. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?
Oh, keep going. I love it.
No, I can't really. Hey, look, Bear Lamb is here, by the way. All right. Bear Lamb. Hey, you're just in time to watch the Mandela Family episode. Mandela Family episode brought to you by Crispy Claus. Wait, no. Crisp Kringles. Crisp Kringles, double crisp chocolatey and smooth, crisp and crunchy candies.
What did you go get like a whole bunch of them before they
Yes.
ran out and, and try to get enough to last you till next year?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in the freezer, and I'll probably like use some of them like in my next Mandela Family movie. But who knows? You know, I have to. The other one broke his head.
They, they are. Those, that was a really funny bit.
Yeah. I don't. Can I play your Atari 2600, Daddy? No, son. I will smack your butt if you touch it. No, don't smack my butt, Daddy.
I'm gonna smack your butt. No, don't smack your butt. I'm gonna smack your butt.
Okay, well, with all that being said, this is an 18-minute program, so let me go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. And by the time the bean footage is over, Keith's dad will be a pumpkin. So here we go. Are you ready?
I am ready, Freddy.
All right. I hope the audience is ready. This is going to be pretty crazy. I know some of you guys have already seen this, but you haven't seen it with our commentary on it. So let's slap the commentary on it, Keith's dad. There we go. Am I big screen or little screen?
Big screen.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Code escape from the third dimension.
He's laughing.
Oh man.
Is his legs folded up behind him?
Yes. Yes. His legs are folded behind him. Yeah. That's how Seiji sleeps in real life, too. Most people don't know this. He's quite the contortionist.
Wildfire is right. Funny how we're escaping from 3D and we're in 2D currently.
My hand.
Currently.
What time is it? Oh man, 11:30. Oh man, I better get to work. Wait a minute. Ooh,
Where does he
I don't
work?
recognize this room. What the
Where
heck
does he
is
work?
going on in here?
Apparently, someone's trying to break into your window.
Yeah.
Oh boy, feel kind of flat actually. Let me check out myself in the mirror. Whoa! What
I have
the-
no reflection.
Oh my
I'm a vampire.
A vampire, you say? Yeah. Man, he's got some dirty socks.
He does have some dirty socks.
I look like a flat guy, like a 3D person, like I don't know, like a cartoon or something. Oh my god, I look horrible. What in the world is going on here? Hey, bro. Wow.
Something's off about me.
But kind of the same, actually. Saji, you must come downstairs immediately.
Hair's messed up.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
you got bedhead.
Come downstairs immediately.
Who puts their socks on the other side of their shoes?
Huh?
The socks are on one side of the bed. The shoes
Yeah.
are on the other side of the bed. Who does that?
Yeah, no, I
Saji.
usually put my socks inside my shoes.
Saji would do that.
Yes, exactly. Saji would do that. And he puts his glasses behind the headboard, you know.
He-Man got sunburned.
I look like that peachy, don't I? I look like I've been laying under a lamp. And see that pillow right there, or cushion, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a shield attached to my arm.
Oh, that's not a shield attached to your arm?
No,
It looks like a shield.
it does. It totally blends in.
I thought it was a shield.
It has changed, Saji. We're all this weird shape, and we're in this weird universe of some kind. Oh my god! We must go to that scientist dude guy to figure things out. First, come downstairs. Okay, Hebrew. I'll be right there. I just gotta do a few things first. Whatever you say.
DD74 says it reminds me of a high quality AHA video.
Do it. Oh. I like what Nicole Anchorman commented on the video earlier today going, what did I just watch?
I mean, that should be the response of every single Mandela Affected Family episode. That seems to be the wanted response. Is at the end you just go, "What did I just watch?"
Yeah,
and then you watch another one.
Right.
Anyway, okay. Whoa! Wow, this is really a strange house. Indeed, Saji.
He's sitting very awkwardly.
Yeah, it's 'cause
Yeah,
Huh?
you're like cut in half.
Yes.
bro, I know. Man, I wish there was somebody here that could lead us to that, to find out what the heck is going on here. Huh? Who is it?
Why doesn't he just
It's
come
me,
in there? The
guys.
door's open.
Oh, it's Armor. Come on in, Armor. Hey, Saji.
You know, this is the perfect avatar for him because that's exactly how he looks in real life.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Armor, you're looking good. Yeah, I got my full armor of God on now. Nothing can stop me.
His chest looks like Squidward SquarePants
I ain't got
or
no
Squidward
coffee, man.
from SpongeBob.
Oh,
You see it?
There's kind of a nose
Yeah.
right there and eyes. Yeah. And he looks angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these? Are these like Shrinky Dinks? Is that what you're using? What is this?
Like color forms.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Man. Oh no, you ain't got no coffee. Well, here, Armor. Here's some caffeine for you.
Don't take it. It's probably powdered coffee.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I don't want no soda, dang it. I want my coffee. That's the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Coffee doesn't exist in this universe. What do you mean coffee doesn't exist in this universe? It really doesn't. Well, come on, guys. We got to get in the van and figure out what's going on. What do you mean we got to get in the van? What do you mean? What do I mean? What do we mean we got to get in the van? All right, that's enough of that. Where did you get the van, Armor? Wow, I got it from Eddie Van King, of course. Now let's go. There's no time to explain. All right, then. Oh, wow. That's really a roaring fire there. Oh, this van is totally cool.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Now let's go see if we can't find some coffee. Hey, wait a minute, Armor. There's Sandy Diva and Fizzy Pop. Told you, Fizzy. It don't have no gas in it. Oh, come on. Sandy. It's got plenty of gas in it.
I guess that's how my Deanna Troy would sound.
Hard enough. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Fizzy. What's going on? Oh, hey, Armor. Nothing much. We're just trying to start up this boat. Well, maybe I can give you a hand with that, kids.
You know what's funny? I just realized this. Like, most of the characters in this episode, this part of it anyway, have their fist balled up and an action pose, like they're just getting ready to run and hit somebody.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, Hebro's got it, Armor's got it. The guy coming up here in a minute's got the same exact action pose. Like, that seemed to be just the normal pose that they made in the 80s.
This will just take a minute. There you go. Where are you guys headed? We're going to try to find Dan. Yeah, remember in the last episode, Dan went missing. You sure did.
What?
What the heck? Who the heck is that?
Oh, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Who the heck guy.
You got the axe. You got the axe.
I was wondering if I was going to show up and what I would be. I was like, bet you he doesn't have a Minecraft one. Do they even make Minecraft ones? Nope.
No.
Nope. We
no.
got.
Don't you recognize the laugh? Hey, Keith's dad. What are you doing here?
I'm still small though.
With axe.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Punch chest. It better be whoever turned us into these creatures. Yeah, we were just on our way to go find scientist dude guy to help us out. Well, you don't have to find scientist dude guy. I can help you out with that. Oh yeah? Ooh, how so? It was Mr. T and your brother that sent us to this dimension, Saggy. Whoa, what? Well, why would my brother do it? Your brother, well, he wanted you to be separated from Hebrew and armor up. Yeah, but my brother doesn't even know about my broadcast communications, the show, Shifty Sunday, and Taco Tuesday. I don't think it was his brother that did it. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about this. You're very skeptical about
Everything.
Yeah, that's.
Guys,
Yeah.
later, we're off to find Dan.
Dan.
Good luck, Busy. That's weird. That boat turned into a keyboard. What in the heck is that? What the heck is what? Yeah, what the heck is what? Right there. Look, there's a truck pulling up. I mean a Jeep. I hope they're not going to do any harm to us. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Yeah, we won't let any harm come to us. Ooh, huh? Are you talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Fool, you got your van parked right here. Well, I can't get my truck into it.
Huh?
Well, technically it was your van at one time. Yeah, tell me about it. So what are you going to do about it, Mr. T? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do about it, sucker. I'm going to lift you up and bench press you on top of my head and then throw you in that big old flame over there. Hey, what is that flame over there? I don't know. It was here when I got here. Flame represents the world's coffee population. I destroyed it, and now I will destroy you. Yeah, what you going to do about it, sucker? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do about it, sucker. I'm going to knock you the next week. Please, Lord, give me the strength to do this. Oh, no, man. Oh. You. I'm going to shoot you, you fool. Take this.
Oh.
The armor the bullets just bounce off of my armor. Now you take this.
Pow.
Pow.
I didn't know armor was violent. He is when it comes to messing with his coffee. Yes, that's right. No man gets between a man and his coffee. I know.
You got some top-notch special effects going on, Hebrew.
Yeah, for sure. Bing.
Bing.
Well, hey guys, are we gonna go see that scientist guy dude? Yeah, we should go see that scientist guy dude, Armor. That's right. He needs to change us back and make it a world with coffee again. Did you guys say something about some scientist
Yes.
dude,
See,
man guy?
They They all have that same pose, like they're gonna punch you.
They do all have the same pose.
Yeah, we said something about some scientist guy, dude, man guy. Who the heck are you? Who the heck am I? Why, I'm Hannibal from the A-Team, of course. You mean you don't represent any person from the Mandela family? Why, heck no, I don't. Who the heck do I look like you think will represent anyone from the Mandela family? Oh, I don't know. Probably Lotar 900. No way. He's a polar bear, remember? Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, take us to the scientist guy dude then. I will. Everybody hop in my van. All right, let's get in the van, guys.
I should have done his voice with a cigarette.
What about my pay for my cameo, fool? You go, Mr. T. I'll go buy some more jewelry.
More jewelry.
You behave, you. Do you not hear me? You will behave. Hey, guys, here's the scientist guy, dude, man. Right, Armor, way to go. You found him. A major problem. Oh, yes? Well, what's the problem? We're all stuck here in this universe as these, flat, like, 3D guys or something. You guys are all color forms. It's called color form syndrome. It's where you guys become flat three-dimensional characters when really you should be two-dimensional characters. Oh, wow. Look at all this gold.
That's exactly what I would do.
I like the fact that he's not like you think he's wowing about like what they just said. He's totally not even listening to them.
Nope. I have faith it'll all turn out fine in the end.
Oh yeah, sure. That's why you notice your character always keeps his cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Scientist dude guy, man. Well, I can reverse the polarity in this invention that I made. Say, what are you working on right now? Oh, it's a dragon controller. Well, how does it work? Well, you get the dragon to do whatever you say. Oh, wow. So, what's the big invention there? It's called a mace. I don't get it. You use the mace to... He's talking about beating the dragon's edgy. Oh, man, that's animal abuse. Don't worry. No animals were actually harmed in the making of this episode.
Only color formed
I can
animals.
reverse the polarity. Just give
Do what now?
Only color form animals.
Yes, exactly.
me 1 minute. I just need 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I just need 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I just need 1 minute. Okay, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Here, you guys have this. Have some coffee while you wait. Wait a minute, coffee down there? Yes, I'm able to save up the last remnants of the coffee, but I've got to warn you, it's instant coffee. Oh man, I think I'll just wait until you reverse the polarity, brother. Yeah, me too. Very well then, suit yourself. I'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, we get the point. Oh, okay. Dragon. Nice dragon. Hero, I wouldn't torment the dragon if I were you. What? I'm just talking nicely to it. Yeah, but Hero, wait a minute, Hero, look out! Hey, Hero? Yes, I have no eyebrows now. Okay, you guys. Now, what I need from one of you is to play the keyboards. I'll do it. I play these keyboards. Okay, while you do that, I have to shoot directly into the keyboards. Wait a minute. I didn't know it was going to be that kind of thing. Yes, too bad.
That's too bad.
Yeah!
And I wonder why Saji doesn't talk to me anymore.
You torture him in the show.
Yes, I do. But in a good way.
Guys, something weird's happening here. Yeah, tell me about it. I ain't had coffee in 3 hours. Oh my god. No! Quick, everybody jump in the middle. Okay. Up.
Dang, all up in the special effects.
Oh my goodness. Ow, my back. Hey, is everyone okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, okay. Keith's dad. Dad? Yo, Keith's dad. Keith's dad. Keith's dad. Keith's dad? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh man, where the heck are we? Hey, I ain't got my armor again. Oh, I'm sure you'll get it back by the next episode, Armor. Yeah, I hope so. I hate not having my full body of armor. It makes me a different person. Hey, what the heck is that? What the heck is what?
what?
Yeah, what the heck is what? What the heck is that right there? Hey guys. Yes,
Busy Pop standing up.
I know, like out the window.
Huh?
Like standing out the window.
Yeah.
Here. We picked up a signal on your transmitters. We have transmitters? The heck are we anyway? You're in Burbank, California. I mean, wait, no. Let me check. Beep, 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 beep. We're somewhere in Ohio. Oh man, I used to live in Ohio. Yes, we know, Saji. We found Dan. Wait, I mean, we found Dan. Fizzy. I was just gonna tell them that. Yes, we found Dan. He's Lord lady, spit it out already. It's in prehistoric times. You mean in dinosaur times? Yes, that would be the very definition of prehistoric times. Well, how the heck did you find that out? You're the only scientist dude guy in town. We talked to another scientist dude guy. Wait a minute, there's another scientist dude guy? Yes, there's another scientist dude guy. Brian McFarlane. Brian McFarlane is a scientist dude guy, man? Yes, Brian McFarlane is a scientist dude guy, man. He's very intelligent, you know. Anyway, we do need the original scientist dude guy, man, to send us back in time so we can retrieve him. Well, I can do that. Well, then get in, man. Okay, I will.
His last name's Man, I guess.
See you suckers later. Hey, wait a minute. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I suggest we start walking. Maybe we'll come across something. Ah, great. I hate walking. I gotta walk down the corner drugstore to get my cigarettes all the time. Oh well, here we go. Yep, here we go. At least I can get my coffee. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me three. Oh, come on, Zed, you really? Sorry, guys. I had to. Wait a minute. I still have that bag of gold in my pocket.
I bought some of those.
I am so rich right now. That's my bag of gold, fool. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not again.
Sanji swarmed in this episode.
Hey, look, there we are.
Very, very nice. That was good.
There you have it. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Oh man, yeah. I see, Philo Fire over there, clapping. Yeah. So the guy's official name is Scientist Dude Guy Man.
Scientist Dude Guy Man.
So if you run across another Scientist Dude Guy Man, then he's probably a fake, a phony, if you will.
Or a Michael Keaton clone.
Oh wow! Look at you, man. Not only did your head turn into a pumpkin, but it turned into a Minecraft pumpkin.
Yes, it did.
I like that. That is a good way to close the show on. It really is. So, I think we had a good show here tonight, man.
Yeah, I did too.
We got Philo Fire, Go-Kart Bob, and Michael Fontaine, and DD74. They I like what DD74 says here. Buddy, homie, dude, bud, buddy. Yeah, that would be the next Scientist Dude Guy Man.
And that come from like the Canadians from South Park, like, hey buddy.
Yeah,
friend.
those guys. Hey,
no, buddy, my buddy friend.
Oh man, what was it? Terrence and Philip?
Yeah, Terrence and Philip.
Oh man. Okay, so Go-Kart Bob says he gives it 2 puffs. And I'd play Impressionist as Michael Fontaine. Okay, it's cool. Oh yeah, I didn't have Michael Fontaine that episode. I need to bring him in color form.
Oh, yeah. just have it open up with him left behind.
Yeah. Originally I was going to use Papa Smurf for the part of Armor, but now I was like, that Armor guy looks pretty cool.
I mean, that Armor guy was pretty spot on. Yeah.
And Armor does have a mustache like that guy, so there you have it. That was one hell of a Taco Tuesday. I'd like to thank everyone for being here. DD74, Fellow Fire, Go-Kart Bob, Michael Fontaine, CJ lurking on the show, all the lurkers lurking in the back, good old Nicole Anchorman, and a whole lot more here on Taco Tuesday. I'd also like to thank my partner in crime, good old Keith's dad, for joining us as well. Thank you, Keith's dad. Really,
thank you. I love coming on. I love turning. Well, I don't love turning into a pumpkin, but it happens, and I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, and hopefully, we do find Saji one day, and he does decide to come on. I don't know what happened. Maybe he turned into a color form. Maybe there is some kind of conspiracy with Mr. T and his brother. I don't know.
Well, it could be a Mandela effect. There might never have been a Saji.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine? I got to go back and watch all them shows. It's just me talking to myself.
Yeah, you go back. It's just you talking to yourself. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, no one said anything? Oh, what do
you where art thou? Where Saji, where art thou? Yeah, hopefully he comes back on and we'll have a Taco Tuesday with the 3 of us, just like the good old days.
Yeah.
So
I mean, holidays can be hard. And that's for people who don't just have nobody and sit alone in the dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he hasn't gotten any sun.
Oh yeah, and he can't make it through the door to his computer because he's gained so much weight.
Right. Hey, that's a good way to segue it. Yes. See, it goes.
Bringing it all together. So
Yes.
he's sitting on the couch, binge watching his Star Trek and playing with color forms.
That sounds like me. Sounds like something I would do. Although I've been binge watching a lot of Highway to Heaven here lately, and quite frankly, I got sick of it and started binge watching the Flintstones. So
I before I jumped on today, I started watching a movie called Enola Holmes, which is not Shakespeare, Sherlock Holmes' sister, and it was a movie about her. And I'm gonna go and finish watching it when we get off here
cool.
because it looks like a pretty good movie.
Yeah, just let me know. Send me a link or something so I can watch it.
Okay, it's Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm just watching it on Netflix.
I've got a. Yeah, just send me the link or not link, but the name of the show. I'll look it up.
Okay.
So for everyone here at Taco Tuesday, thanks for joining us. And this has been good old Hebro77 along with Keith's dad, the dad who is dressed in plaid and really rad and looking like a pumpkin nad. Wait, no, you look really good, man. No, I like the Taco Tuesday look, a little bit of Keith's dad flavor to it, And
I'm getting into it. My little paint 3D skills are getting better.
Cool. Yeah. Like I said, if the show ever goes into midnight my time, which would be 1 year time, I will turn into something very special someday. Waiting for it. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes Taco Tuesday for tonight. And remember, check out Keith's dad's channel for that very special Wednesday movie. Go ahead and plug away there, Keith's dad. Tell him what we'll be watching this Wednesday night.
Tomorrow night we are watching Satan's Cheerleaders. It is a grotesque, horrifying story about four girls you just want to slap and a teacher. It's really dumb, but it's going to be hilarious. We're gonna laugh through it, the whole thing.
Kind of reminds me of one of those movies that would be playing on Up All Night. Remember that?
Yes, yeah. It's more like a movie that when a theater like shuts down and it no longer gets good movies, but they still do like the dollar movies.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. Like it's not even made for TV. It's too bad to even put on TV. It's that bad of a movie. You're gonna walk out of that movie and go, I just lost an hour and a half of my life. I'm never gonna get that back. But thankfully, we watched it on the Keith's Dad channel, and it was funny.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be there, and I know you will be there because you're the host.
Yeah.
And, so hopefully, all you guys could make it, and we'll see you then. We'll see you Wednesday night, and after that, we'll have Shifty Sunday, and hopefully that'll be the day the Sagster comes back. But until then, here's a little message from the Nacho Man, Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah. This is the Nacho Man, Randy Savage, and that's the end of Taco Tuesday for this week. Hey, everybody, this is the Ultimate Warrior. And what do you mean this is the end of Taco Tuesday for this week? Because let me tell you something, all you little warriors out there, Sagittariusly speaking wasn't here this week, just like you announced, but that's because of all the gods above who make it so Sagittariusly speaking can be here all in spirit, and all you little warriors will know that this is the end of the show. Well, let me tell you something, brother. You just hold it right there, dude. because this is the end of Taco Tuesday. But we'll be right back with yet another maniac show, brother. So what you gonna do when the 24-inch burritos runs wild on you, dude? Whoa, hold on there, Hulk Hogan. Yes, indeed, Sagittarically speaking, isn't here this week, but hopefully he'll return next week with yet another edition of Taco Tuesday. Well, see you then, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Gorilla Monsoon along with Jesse the Body Ventura saying, so long, everybody. Doo-doo-doo-doo.